Good day, everybody, and welcome to the Human Development Zone brought to you by the Education Support Forum. Today, we are very privileged to have Juliet, who is the founder of Kimuli Fashionability. How are you, Juliet, today?
I'm fine. How are you, sir?
I'm all right. Thank you very much, Juliet. Tell me, what is the organization name, and just tell us about Kimuli Fashionability. That's an amazing name.
Okay, Kimuli Fashionability. It's a project based in Uganda, Africa. And Kimuli means a flower. We basically upcycle plastic waste.
Wow. So when I was saying Kimuli, I think you're just saying, this guy. It's Kimuli Fashionability.
Yeah.
Chimuli.
Yes, it's Kimuli. Yeah. It's a local word here in Uganda.
Okay. All right. So what do you guys do?
We basically upcycle plastic waste from recycled plastic bags. That is the empty milk packets, the cement bags, the sugar sacks, the polythene bags, and then we blend it with African fabrics. I mean the kitenge, you know those fabrics, the African fabrics,
I've heard of
the
them.
backcloth, the sisal, and then we also empower persons with disabilities, those who are physically handicapped and are impaired, free hands-on skills, such that they can be self-sustainable and independent. So they turn plastic waste into upcycled fashion.
Wow, that's amazing. So what you are basically doing is you are literally closing the loop of the process where that plastic that would have been lying on the ground would have gone into our rivers, our oceans, and destroyed our planet. You are saying, I'm going to save the planet, and we're going to come out with fashion out of that.
Indeed.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Really?
Yeah. That's so innovative. I'm in awe. I'm at a loss of words. So tell me. I see a fusion of waste management. I see a fusion of fashion, disability, and skills development. So just tell me more. I mean, how did you come up with this idea? I mean, never would I have come up with such an idea in two lifetimes.
Yeah. So I've grown up with my grandma. So at the age of 6 years, my father got in a terrible accident.
Same, sorry.
Both my parents, they were victimized by disability. And then my grandma was a tailor. And when I was 6 years old, because since I was an orphan, my grandma was a tailor. She inspired me to start making my own dolls from waste using a hand needle. Because the remaining pieces from her materials, the ones she could cut, I could collect them, sew them into small pieces for my doll, and for my dress, design them as flowers for my dresses. And then I finished my high school in 2014, and then I went for a short course in fashion and design because my grandma didn't have enough money for me to join the university. And then I developed my skills further for fashion. So later on in 2016, I got an opportunity to join Social Innovation Academy, where I implement my project from as a scholar. And then I came up with this idea of transforming my difficulty past into a strength to fight for inclusion of people with disabilities in East Africa and Africa at large, and for environmental conservation through upcycling. Because this connects to the victimization that happened to my parents, and also to growing up with my grandma, who was a tailor, and this person who could throw around those remaining pieces, I mean the cut-offs, you know, when you're finished to cut your garments. So I could collect them when I was at that.
Just tell me, in terms of which sustainable development goals are you contributing to?
First of all, climate action. Because we are more of the environment, we prevent the environment from the mess of plastic waste accumulation, because that is one of our major problems here in Uganda that are affecting almost the whole country. Waste is just being littered everywhere. So that is one of the SDG that we are really tackling, and even the sensitizations that we are doing in our communities, we always emphasize that.
Yeah. Wow.
And then that is the major one. I think when I'll be presenting, there is also gender balance, but I mostly like more of the gender balance and then the climate action.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, with the SDGs, it's always when you're doing something, you're doing a multiple of them, not one. But obviously you have one that you're focusing on, but you're solving many problems at the same time. So it will be great when you do come in December to Johannesburg for the Goalkeepers event, courtesy of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. That I'll introduce you to a few people, because just last week we were at a business school here in Johannesburg, and I met 4 entrepreneurs who are working with plastic as well. Some are turning plastic into bricks and using them for housing. Some are turning some are using, I don't know, they've developed a better version of plastic that is not detrimental to the environment. And so it was quite exciting stuff. So in their podcast, so I had actually had interviews with them on my podcast, and so the recordings are there. So once we're done, I'll also share those links with you, so that at least you can see what others are doing, and hopefully you guys will be able to collaborate, and I can facilitate that, because that's the whole idea, being able to network and change and exchange value. So tell me, if you had a magic wand, right? And you were supposed to change 2 things on Earth to make it a better place for African kids, what 2 things would you change?
First of all, unemployment in Africa, and mainly in Uganda. It's really huge and big. So I would empower, and also empower the youth, mainly in the aspect of coming up with their own ideas, use their abilities, because all of us, we have different skills and different passions. To really look into themselves, discover what they want in life, and also to really look into the problems that are affecting their communities, and then those problems, they can turn them into challenges, and then they can solve those problems, can turn into the opportunities. And also maybe another thing can also what else? Also, as I talked about waste management, for sure, as I told you, in our country, it's the major problem that is affecting our country. So I would do the sensitization programs, mainly in urban cities here in Uganda. Look all the proper solutions that can prevent the poor waste management in Uganda, such that I can emphasize this.
Wow. No, that's amazing.
Into the community, and then everyone can follow that. It's all about collaborating with the community, teach them on the proper uses of waste management, and I will see our country and even Africa at large having a clean environment. Yes.
Nice, amazing.
And not only sensitizing them about the dangers of throwing this rubbish around, but also to use that rubbish, what we call waste, can be turned into something useful, and you can even earn money out of it, because that is what we are doing. We are turning waste into upcycled fashion, and we are earning.
Wow. So turning waste into cash. That's what you're doing.
Yes.
That's impressive. That's impressive. So tell me, I mean, wherever I've been going these days, whether it's the World Economic Forum, the United Nations, or this McKinsey, PwC, all these people, they've been talking about one thing, which is the youth bulge in Africa, that 60% of people in Africa are below 24, I think, and there is an opportunity, and if unused, it's a great risk. Do you think, I mean, obviously in your reality there in Uganda, that we are doing enough to empower the youth, to give them enough skills to be able to solve problems of today and the future? Are we doing enough?
Not really. Not really. Like mainly my country, I love my country because it's in Africa. We are not really doing enough because like most people here are even educated here in Uganda, but they're unemployed. They're unemployed. That is one of the major challenges that we are having. And even the youth have this mindset that since I'm uneducated, I can't maybe have that job which is cheap. I cannot come up with my idea. I cannot see the ability and also the skill I have to use it such that I can be self-employed. So our youth, they lack that knowledge. Our youth lack it's all about knowledge. They don't have the knowledge about maybe being employed, discovering what they want in life. All they want after all I'm a graduate, I'll look for the job. And that's why over 70% here in Uganda, the youth are unemployed because of they're not proper or formed, they're not educated. It's really affecting. It's a major problem here.
Yeah.
And not only in Uganda, but I think Africa at large.
At large, yes. No, definitely it's a recurrent problem that we all have to join our hands and solve, because it's coming, and also things like family planning and all that, because when people are not employed, then they end up having kids that they can't take care of, and then the cycle of poverty just goes round like that. Okay, so I know you're coming in December in a week's time for the Goalkeepers event, courtesy of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So what are your expectations, and what value are you bringing to the table?
I'm expecting a lot. I'm expecting a lot in that I'm expecting my fellow youth, or the other fellow goalkeeper, to learn from them, get experience, exchange knowledge and skills. Because for you may think that your idea is the best, but when you tell it to someone else, for sure, we will learn, because we learn from mistakes and we grow.
That's it.
From other people's feedback.
All right.
So I'm expecting to learn and also to develop my skills, to network, connect with other potential donors, investors, my fellow goalkeepers, such that I can boost my projects to the level that I want.
So our program, we're a podcast program, so we put it onto our platform, and then it's syndicated to iTunes, to Spotify, to all the major podcast hosting sites. So that means that people all over the world will listen to this. So if somebody loves Juliet's idea, Kimuli Fashionability, and wants to support, do you guys have an email address or a website, or how do people get hold of you?
I'll be coming with our business cards, but still people can check us. We are all on social media platforms. We have a website. It's www.kimulifashionability.org. We have Instagram, it's Kimuli Fashionability. Facebook, it is Kimuli Fashionability. Twitter, it's also Kimuli Fashionability that I have to check on my business card.
Okay, so Kimuli is Kimuli. So,
yes.
So it's Kimuli Fashionability.org. .org.
Yes.
So it's Kimuli
Yes.
Fashainability.org.
.org.
Ah,
Yes.
thank you very much, Juliet. It's been amazing talking to you, and hope to see you in a week's time as we exchange value and ideas and solve the biggest African problems that we can together. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks for calling. Thanks for sharing with me. Hope to see you in Johannesburg next week.
Sure. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.